I think I should get a shave. I'm one of these people that kind of shaves and then I can't bother for another week or two because I get, irritation and stuff. But at this age now, I start got a little grey, so I should really shave. Which is not the point of this story this week, but it is a point. So I'm in my kitchen, just chilling out, going to make a cup of coffee, but thought I'd just share some video insight, fun, joy, vlog, whatever you want to call it. It's sometimes difficult to kind of just think what sort should I go for. I don't want to go jumping ahead too often, because I kind of lose the train of thought. So I thought I'd stick around the end of 99. So last video I talked about the multiple Unix versions. And this is the same company, by the way. This is probably kind of something I should have taken into consideration before I even joined the company. And it's one thing to look out for, really. It's when you're looking to take a new role, then you need to kind of take some time, step back and think about it. I got once told a story probably 20 years ago, which relates a little bit, and it goes something similar to this. A guy died and he went up to Heaven's Gate, and the angel at the gate said to him, right, you've been a really, so good, like a saint, but what we're going to do, we're going to give you a choice. You can either come into heaven or you can go to hell. It's your choice. What we'll do, we'll give you a day in each place and then you can decide. So he said, okay, I'll try hell first. So he goes down to hell and everybody's partying, having fun, doing various dodgy things, just pleasurable things, lots and lots of fun, amazing time. So he gets back in the elevator, goes up to heaven and he says, okay, today I'm going to spend my day in heaven. And he has a wonderful time. It's really chilled, relaxed. As you imagine, you see all these images of heaven would be all white and everybody having a good time. So at the end of the second day, the angel said to him, he said, okay, you choose, your choice, where do you want to go? And he said, well, I had a really fantastic time in heaven, but hell was just a lot more joy, a lot more fun, my scene. So he gets in the elevator, goes down to hell, doors open, and there's people being tortured and whipped and various other unsightly things happening. And so the guy says to one of the demons, they said, hold on a minute, I came down yesterday and it was partying and it was everybody was having fun and it was joyous. And the demon turned around and said, that was recruitment day. And that's kind of the story. It's like whenever you go to recruitment day for a company, you have to kind of take a bit of a pinch of salt, I always find, because sometimes they are completely open and true, and a lot more so these days. Going back in the early days, they weren't. And this company in particular wasn't necessarily as insightful of what it was actually going to be like. And this is the story where the code was on several different Unixes and had multiple scripts and all sorts of stuff going on, horrible. But it was also the fact that they'd taken on some investment and they were deciding to write the next version of these products. Now, I kind of was under the understanding that there's a potential I would have been going into that newer project. But I found that what happened was after 9 months, I was actually made redundant from that company because what they'd done is they'd taken this funding, failed to do what they wanted to do, and then basically got, rid is probably the right word, of quite a few of the development staff. Not the sales staff, just the development staff. On the premise that they didn't have the money to continue the new projects. Everybody had to work on the old projects, and there was too many people in the development staff, basically. So yeah, the story or the moral is, whenever you're looking to join a new company, just take a little bit of a moment. Think, is this right for me? Are they doing what I want? And I know that when you're early in the career, sometimes where you're sort of out of work, you really want to jump into something ASAP. But, you have to make sure that it's right for you. It's going to go the right way. I know of other people that have gone to companies and got work in propriety languages that the business themselves have designed to do, or languages that aren't really used anywhere else, and kind of got stuck in that they've done these languages, got these languages under their belt, but no one else wants to hire them for that language. So yeah, just take a moment, step back, think: is this the right place for me? Is this the right thing? Am I going to learn the right things? Am I got the ability to grow? Am I going to actually then find out that I'm going to be made redundant in 9 months, which has happened to me? Actually, I've been made redundant from roles. Let's count now. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 times. I can't remember. 4 or 5 times I've been made redundant from roles. Not necessarily. That was the only one at 9 months. All the rest have been like one after 2 years, one after 6 years, and I think the other one was around 2 years as well. So, yeah, just make sure it's the right role, right company. And no one can say what a company is going to happen in the future. So you can't necessarily know if it's a big company, if they're going to be, saying, oh yeah, in 2 years' time we're not going to have work for you. But just take a moment and think about it. Think about, is this the right move for your career? If it falls through, if something happens in 9 months, are you going to gain the skills to be able to then move on to another company, or is it going to be skills that you are not able to transfer, and therefore will find it difficult to move on if the worst happens and you do get made redundant? So there you go. That's this week's insight. Hopefully it'll be useful to you. Just take some time. Find your right career role. That's the only thing you can do. Well, I'm going to go and make a cup of coffee now, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.